the yawning. Oh, Gia, sheesh.
Okay, hi, sorry. Okay, I'll stop.
Oh, America, world, Portugal. I'm sorry. Gia has this like reaction every time we start.
Is it a tick? Can we call it a tick? A nervous tick?
All right. It's a yawn, but it's your version of a tick. And not the kind that might be lost in your pubic area.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
It literally could be like one of those things where you're trying to achieve some sort of brain equilibrium, you know?
Oh, so you're trying to like get more oxygen into your noggin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that might be it, because I think when people are nervous, they yawn, and I think that might be.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not particularly outwardly nervous, but.
No, you think? Do you have maybe a teeny bit of stage fright? Because we're professionals and we want to deliver a quality product, and we haven't yet. We have not done that yet.
We haven't yet, but we're holding out hope.
Oh yeah, maybe this is the day. Maybe this is the day.
We're not off to a good start.
Nope. No, we're not. So if you had today picked as the day we would become so surreal, then I'm sorry, you lost your money, somebody.
I didn't check before we hopped on here, but we failed. We were gonna take pictures of our capsule wardrobe. And I did post the ad I was talking about, but I don't think you even saw it.
No, I didn't. And I was.
You care? You're just kind of. You're a little bit lame about that page.
Let's try to get through one of these without fighting, okay, Gia?
Okay.
Well, I was saying before we started, it feels like we were just here, and I was thinking over the past few days, all right, what is in my capsule wardrobe? And I couldn't.
I thought of mine is basically my pair of oversized khaki overall shorts.
Yeah. I can picture that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I build things around that, basically.
Okay.
Dress it up, dress it down, you know.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if you're using those words correctly in this context, but I have not abandoned the project of taking pictures.
All right.
Okay. I just need more time. Maybe the weekend, because I'm off this weekend, so I should be able to.
Well, and the world wants to hear your thoughts on what I already posted, the Walmart festival goer capsule wardrobe.
See, I still feel like that's a weird juxtaposition of the concept of a capsule wardrobe and festivals.
I know, but I mean that's what it is. And you've probably been to your share of festivals. You
have
hit a couple Dead shows or something. I don't know.
Nope, never a Dead show. No. I did see hard pass.
A hard no on that.
That was like a lot. There were a lot of Deadheads in my high school, but I was not one of them. Although I looked like one, so I sort of like could ride that wave, and
Yeah, I look like one now.
Yeah, you do.
I think women of a certain age, like whether you're trying to look that way or not, you hit a certain age. You look that way. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you probably say the same about me, huh?
Possibly.
But anywho.
Anyway, if next time we do a festival, we could use this capsule wardrobe.
Okay. Should I keep my eyes open? I don't know when you're coming up yet, but
well, I've been poking around on the interweb looking at tickets and stuff. So
Okay.
Thinking July, end of July or something.
Okay. All right. I'll keep that in mind. Gia, if I see a festival.
Look for a festival, and we'll both put on these unitards and the
is that a part of their festival capsule wardrobe? A unitard?
Yes, it is.
That doesn't make sense either.
I know.
If you got to go to the bathroom, wrestling with a unitard.
It might have snaps. I'm not sure. I don't know.
All right. I guess we've gone off track, maybe enough, but
we haven't even like been on track yet.
We haven't even explained why we're here.
We're supposed to be talking about General Hospital, but
we are.
And we need to talk about kidney health.
I guess we do, because is it kidney month? I haven't looked at the calendar, but are we closing in on the end of kidney month?
Can you get any more soapy than doing a commercial during the soap, which is basically. I mean, it's a PSA, I guess.
Yeah,
but it's
right.
it's almost like they turn to the camera, like, try.
Exactly. I know. Even Lucas, who normally seems pretty natural, it seemed like he was just reading from some like textbook or something. It was
pretty funny.
It did seem like they were turning to the camera.
Did we know he's diabetic? I was like, that seems like news to me that I didn't.
Possibly, but you have to know by now, Gia, when you ask me questions about a character's history, I never, ever know the answer.
Yeah.
Ever. Not
I was
once.
trying to picture the other, I don't even know if that was the original Lucas. I don't know how many Lucases there's been, but
I don't know either. Right.
Previous to this one, I was thinking, but I mean, I remember that Bobby.
Oh, yeah.
But she was a type 2 diabetic.
Yeah, that was another PSA, wasn't it?
Was he adopted? Oh my
gosh. Oh, sheesh, Gia. Fuck. Stop it, okay?
I feel like he might have been adopted. Lucas? I'll look it up. Just talk about it.
You know this makes our listeners' heads hurt when we.
I know, because they probably know every
walls.
Lucas.
And they're probably like screaming at us right now, like, for God's sake, either don't talk about this or look it up before you. I know.
I'm looking it up right now. I'm looking it up. Okay.
Well, I was kind of hoping before we got into hospital you would tell me about this new group you've joined on Facebook.
Oh, on Facebook. Well, I went for coffee with a friend of mine, and we tend to get all hopped up on espresso and
and look at Facebook.
Yeah. No, well, she appeared with this crocheted frog with a cute little like roll neck sweater on it, and then we proceeded to drink too much espresso, and I have an alligator also in my purse, not crocheted but just plastic. And,
you've raised so many more questions than you've answered, Gia.
I know, but anyway. So she's got this frog hanging out of her purse, and I'm like, hey. And so I bring out Tippy, my alligator. And so then we were doing like little videos.
Everybody listening right now is concerned for you.
And it was the cutest little frog. And I'm like, where'd you get it? And she's like, oh, this friend of mine makes them. And she said, there's a group. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah. She's like, let's get on there. We can post these, the videos. And so I joined some, I don't know, what's it called? Fun for, I don't remember. So I don't have one. You might end up getting one. I might.
Oh, God. Wow.
And then you can join the group and people like, it's kind of like Flat Stanley.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't even, do you know what that is?
I do. We've gone over Flat Stanley. Okay. I don't know why. I don't know why Flat Stanley is coming up again. We're not 6.
But anyway, so people just post pictures of their crocheted frogs, all where in their travels. So it's fun. It's a way to learn about the world. And if you're not closed-minded, you can
Ouch! Oh, you think that hurt, Gia? Once again, it did not.
It did not. You could do a little video of your crochet frog, and you could have Coldplay in the background.
I might just do that. Maybe I'll have Coldplay playing in the background when I model my capsule wardrobe. We don't know.
Oh, okay. There you go. So that's all that was. It was just silliness.
Oh, boy.
People at the cafe are like, what the hell are these 2 old women doing?
Yeah, just at the cafe. Mm-hmm. Now around the world.
Yeah. I mean, we even went so far as to we need to add wire into the arms so that we can pose these a little better. That kind of level of detail.
Wow. Yeah. So you're committed to this. So before, if you didn't add the wire, do these crocheted frogs do anything?
We were doing kind of like a tandem dive, like skydive thing.
Yeah.
And then doing little videos in slow-mo and having them drop.
Yeah. I don't know if you're hanging out with the right people, Gia. I don't know if this is helping you at all.
We don't know what anybody else was talking about at the cafe, but we were having a good time.
Wow. plus. Was this really just espresso?
Yeah. Well, she's quite the taster, I will admit, but I'm not.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, can we continue with General Hospital? Jeez.
Yeah, because I think there's too much to unpack with the frog group that you've joined, and I don't think this is the forum for that. I think we need to have some sort of medical professional in attendance.
This character of Lucas Jones has been portrayed by 13 actors.
Jeez,
I only know 2 of them.
I was gonna say like 12 as a joke, thinking there was only like 2 or 3. There must have been a young boy, Lucas, but then we had the
probably maybe like or maybe they're counting like when he was little, probably played by twins. So that's probably
that would be 2.
Anyway, okay. Does it give his parentage or anything? Lucas is the adopted son of Dr. Tony Jones and his ex-wife Bobby Spencer. All right. Do we know this? Look how stupid we are. The of crime lord Julie and Jerome. We knew that.
All right, we knew that. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with us?
Christ. And Cheryl Stansbury. I don't know who that is.
Cheryl. Yeah. I think she was a lovely person, if I remember who that was.
As an infant, Lucas is at the center of a bitter custody battle between former friends Bobby and Tiffany Hill.
Yeah.
Cheryl's sister. Okay.
Yeah, that was, I think, a heartbreaking story. That it was one of those super heartbreaking stories that didn't ever really get like fully acknowledged, I don't think. But anyway.
I don't want to read this whole thing. I was just hoping to figure
out. You don't have to. I think we got the big point.
Well,
right?
I wanted to know if he was
diabetic
and if he was type 1 or type 2.
Okay, all right. Well,
like when they talk about the higher risk for kidney disease if you're diabetic.
Yeah.
Type 1 and type 2, type 1 or type 2.
I would say both. Yeah.
You would, based on your vast medical.
Well, I do work at a medical practice.
That's true, you do. Actually.
I mean, it's remote, so I don't actually see patients, but a lot of our patients have kidney issues. Lots of diabetics, so I'm just assuming there's
type 1 or type 2.
Mostly type 2.
That's what I'm not sure. Yeah,
but
I'll find out. I'll get to the bottom of it. I'm going to talk to my brother.
Okay, all right. You do that, Gia. Okay. Should we move on?
Fun PSA there.
I guess so. And Stella had a weird sort of energy about all of it,
She seemed wound about it, yeah. And I also
really did.
Like, doesn't it reflect poorly on your doctor that he or she hasn't suggested this? Why do we have to read about it in an article ourselves? If we're at risk for this, shouldn't they be the ones saying, you have some of the hallmark, risk factors for kidney disease. I'm going to test you.
Well, I was thinking similarly that, not similarly, but I don't know if like those tests would be covered by your insurance if they're strictly, just sort of
for fun,
information gathering. I don't know, and I don't know like when you have like your initial Medicare exam, if they would do tests like that. I'm not sure, but I guess you'd want to know before that if you were really at risk,
paying out of pocket or not. Yeah,
and if you were the type of person who might need to know before you're 65. So a lot of questions, I guess, that they didn't answer, and that informational.
They answered
once again, just like you, yeah.
But we all hope that Stella's kidneys are fine.
She seems like she's at the top of her game.
Freaking spry, yeah.
Very spry. And I'm going to segue now to the tea with Stella, Curtis, and Tracy. I kind of enjoyed that.
Okay. Yep.
I liked Curtis's behavior. I liked that Tracy seemed very impressed by his ability to take Drew down a peg or two.
I know. I guess we shouldn't be liking this version of Curtis, but I like it.
I do too, because I do think he's still fairly above board, right? I mean, he's not doing anything really.
Well,
What?
Yeah, I mean legally, but he that was a sideswipe to give Drew the impression that he was going to cover his story in a favorable way and then do something that he knew would piss him off. But I think that's fun. That's okay in my book.
It's okay in mine too. And Drew would have been a fool to think Curtis wasn't going to take an opportunity to poke him a little bit. Anyway, yeah, so that was a little bit fun, I thought, them having tea together.
Yeah, I always like Stella and Tracy together.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Me too. Yeah, and I wouldn't mind seeing Curtis hanging out with Tracy more too.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a cute little twosome there.
I felt like Stella and Tracy might have shopped together for those sort of coat, coat jacket, like long dress coat jacket things they both were sporting.
Yeah, maybe
like they were having a teenage kind of day, you know.
Yeah, sure. Maybe they were. Maybe that's what we're gonna sort of evolve into, two women who shop at
Now I'm gonna be sitting at a cafe taking slow motion videos of a crochet frog dropping from a counter.
Yeah, you're gonna be alone, I guess, with that then. Good luck.
Yeah, that's what I add to the world.
Oh dear. Okay, so to branch out, let's see. I would like to talk a little bit about, and I don't know where this is chronologically speaking from where we were at the Quartermains, but when Rick and Elizabeth were talking about Portia's difficulties.
Oh yeah, like such a professional.
Rick. I know. I thought he was a teeny bit more professional than that. Is he really? Yeah. And I don't know if he thought that was impressing Elizabeth to give her that information. Is that why? The only reason why he was doing it was to think he was sort of worming his way into her.
Maybe because he's sweet on her, of course.
Yeah, but just to throw that sort of privacy out the window.
I know, out the window. Oh my God! I'm on Warren on TV right now. I'm listening, but I'm also on Warren on TV. And you know what? You know that like sort of military style cardigan that Lulu's been wearing, the black with the buttons?
Okay, yeah.
$475 from Saks.
Wow, I don't think I would say $40 would be too much for that. You know?
I kind of liked it, but I was glad to see her out of the turtleneck.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at her neck to see if there was any reason why that's been hidden all this time.
Well, I would think the opposite problem would be happening. Like I would have a rash on my neck from that.
From all the
to back turtlenecking all the time.
Right. Yeah.
Turtlenecking, is that a verb? Can we do that?
It is now.
We were turtlenecking.
We can do that. That sounds naughty. It sounds like something's coming out of something.
Oh, speaking of turtlenecks, now I see. I liked this on Elizabeth, the mock turtleneck that she was wearing.
Yeah,
that green thing. That's not bad. It's on sale at Bloomie's for $64.
Okay, yeah, that seems more like it.
Now, how do you pronounce this? Oh, funnel neck. That's fun. Funnel neck.
Gia, come back, Gia. Jesus.
Oh, there's one more fun word. Can I just get it out?
All right.
Funnel neck. How do you say it? Boucle or boucle? Buckley?
Boucle?
Yeah, with a little umlaut over the.
Yeah, boucle. That's that's a texture, right? The little sort of nubby, sort of loopy texture.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Funnel neck boucle.
All right.
Texture.
Yeah. You sound like you should be doing like phone sex. This is your phone sex voice that you use when you read.
I'm so like seduced by language sometimes.
Yeah, I know. Nothing wrong with being a word slut, but let's try to bring it back. Okay.
How much that little baby doll dress that Trina was wearing at the hospital the other day cost?
I didn't like that dress, but go ahead. How much? 300 something?
$248, and it looks like cute on her, but then the models they have, like they look like they should be just standing on the street corner.
Yeah, she didn't look like a whore exactly, but it just didn't seem pretty.
Language.
Oh,
like a whore exactly.
Is that the first time we've used the word whore on this show? I don't think so.
I don't think so, but it's been a little while.
It's been like 3 episodes since we said the word whore.
Call somebody a whore. Oh, God. It's International Women's Month. And
I was going to say, I don't think we have anything against whores, really.
No,
I don't think I could do that job. Although
I know nothing.
Might as well have.
Nothing but admiration. Might as well have. A little something for your trouble.
What? That was free? At least some gas money, sir.
Sir. Anyway. Okay, sorry. I'm off the site. I'm totally,
Eyes up here, Gia. Okay, thank you.
Okay, who do we want to talk about? I kind of want to talk. I'll just throw a few out, and then you can.
Okay.
I kind of want to talk about Brooklyn and Chase's conversation today, I guess.
Okay. I liked it, I think. I liked that Brooklyn was concerned that Chase was sort of tapping into a side of himself that might not be
a darkness.
Yeah, but I also kind of like that side coming out a bit.
Yep, I agree. They're continuing to impress me with how they're portraying Chase in this.
Yeah, I know. I was a little surprised when he said, how adamantly he was trying to protect her secret, because I thought he was a little bit more like Lulu, feeling like, how am I going to keep this from Dante? I mean, it's obviously making him uncomfortable when he's with Dante, but he's still, like, at the end of the day, his loyalty is to Brooklyn.
Yes, fiercely loyal.
Yeah.
That's so refreshing on a soap to not have it be this knee jerk, like, well, you lied, so.
Right, yeah.
So I'm liking how they're unfolding it between those two.
Yeah, and I find Lulu more and more unlikable.
Yes, I know. Although she had a moment of introspection. Who was she talking to?
Yeah, right.
I forget who she was talking to.
Right, she was saying, was it Cody? It was Cody, wasn't it?
Oh, I think
so.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she was saying, maybe I am as terrible.
Just as bad as, I was screaming, yes.
Just like when we say, maybe we are stupid, then you can hear everybody at home. Yes.
You can hear it around the world. Yeah. all our special places where people are listening to screaming at their
one person devices. In Latvia saying, you're an idiot.
You idiot. It's Julian's son. He's Julian's son, you idiot. Yeah.
You've seen him speak with Ava.
Yeah.
Even just today, maybe.
Yeah. So agreed on that. The only little detail that I thought was not done well between them was, so she's sitting there in the solarium or whatever, and he comes in, and then she says to him that Lulu quit yesterday, and it's like, have you not seen each other?
Yeah.
That seemed a little odd timing wise.
Yeah, you're right. I hadn't picked up on that. I don't think I was keeping an eye on.
It's just tiny, but I was just like,
that
would have been huge. You'd come home from work and be like, you won't believe what that Lulu did today to me.
Right. But it seems like Lulu's only put in 3 full days at work anyway.
I know. We've seen her take notes at one meeting or something.
So no loss there.
I would not hire her.
No, me neither.
The other biggie, of course, was the big Sonny's down. Sonny goes down.
Yeah.
And the pills on the floor, and Ava's standing over him, and of course, delicious parallel.
Right.
I thought delicious. I don't want to put words in mouth, but to Tracy and Edward.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody was thinking that, I think, including us, surprisingly, because you might have thought we'd forgotten that, but we didn't. America world.
But I like nothing but love from me for them doing that.
That little callback there. I kind of wanted Ava to like kick the pills away a little bit further with her shoe.
Yeah, with her toe. Maybe not kick, but a nudge. Maybe just a nudge.
Yeah.
Like as he's grasping.
Right.
And she looked so fabulous too. She was in that pantsuit. That sort of belted pantsuit thing. She looked so great, and like her legs look really elongated, and it would have been a great little move. Yeah.
Yeah. Although I think the flaw for me, and I didn't really dwell on it, but I thought, like, in what world is Ava going to go to Sonny and ask for money? I mean, she knows he's going to use that to bargain.
Yeah, I know. Because sometimes she's so wise, and then other times she's quite. But I guess, everybody's wise when they're telling other people how to live their lives, but in their own life, you do stupid stuff. So maybe that's maybe she's so wise with with
Nina and Portia and Trina, everybody.
Yeah.
But I thought it also really just served the purpose of her witnessing Sonny having an attack, so that was, I don't know, they could have found maybe a more sort of reasonable excuse to bring them together and have, like, just bringing Avery over or something, and then them getting in an argument.
They could, anything about Avery or whatever. They argue over, anything.
Right. Anything. Yeah.
But it was good, and of course, it furthered that plot line of Kristina, preparing to murder Ava.
Preparing, like, really, she's tasting Ava's blood, I think, at this point, she's another one that I cannot even like a little bit, Kristina, right now.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. They sort of undid that character's likability, and
they really did.
She had so much.
And
even it wasn't just recasting her, because I think she had likability as this actor as well.
Yeah, I agree. They could have held on to some of what was good about her and still have her wrestling with these demons,
Yeah.
I think. I don't think she had to go all the way over to the dark side. I don't know.
We were talking the other day about what would happen if you and I were writing this, and
more and more I wish we could.
When you mentioned her wrestling with demons, I occasionally watch Supernatural because those
you
boys
like the boys.
So cute and funny. Oh my God. You know who they? I mean, have you seen them? Do you know? Like, you have a visual?
I know. Yeah, they're pretty. They're pretty boys.
They are, and they're so funny.
I didn't know they were funny. Okay, that's good to know.
That show, it's funny, kind of in the way that, like, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's like very tongue-in-cheek,
Yeah, gotcha.
But anyway, like, so if I were writing the show and we talked about wrestling with demons, we could actually have Kristina, like, wrestling with a pointy, like, horn demon. So, like, we could have her go off in little flights of fancy like that.
Yeah. Yeah, Kristina.
Like Supernatural. But on Supernatural, they really are demons.
Well, and also Kristina, I was thinking she's getting Sonny all riled up just as much as anybody.
I know.
Like, why is she bringing all this baggage over to him?
I know, and she's calling Isaiah up like he's going to actually say anything. Like, come on, like, that.
Yeah, I know.
HIPAA.
Yeah, they could have a PSA about HIPAA.
Yeah, come on.
Come on. And she
although
should
maybe
be
if you're like the mob boss doctor, that HIPAA's not really.
Well, he was trying to enforce it before. I mean, maybe did Sonny didn't tell him he could talk in front of her, as far as we know.
I don't
right?
think so. No, I don't think so.
No. So anyway, yeah, bad.
Okay. All right. I keep bringing stuff up. You bring something
That's
up.
okay. Let's see. Well, I guess the elephant in the room is purple.
You talking about Brick?
I'm talking about Brick. That was hilarious, that suit.
It reminded me of, he came in, it was like, my dad in the 70s had...
I wasn't expecting that.
He had this joyfully yellow, this bright yellow Easter suit. Like, it only came out at Easter when we were in Florida, like visiting Grandma. And it was so 70s. And he had shiny white, like patent leather shoes that went with it. And he was a sight. And that's what Brick looked like he was like in some kind of Easter parade.
Exactly. I was thinking, when is Easter? Because it seems like it's today in Port Charles.
Yeah, I mean, he's a snappy dresser on sports shows and everything, but that was nobody said anything.
I know, it seems like Jason should have made a crack about it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they were being kind of serious topics.
Just it was funny. Like the juxtaposition between Brick and his like purple suit and them talking about like this
crazy
hitman and stuff, But that wasn't the only absurd thing. The second piece was like Sonny saying he's gonna go with Jason to Toronto. It's like, oh, come on. You just
I know, like way more of a liability. Like how
totally.
Yeah, I know. And Jason's like, God, everybody that surrounds me is a problem and an annoyance that I have to solve all the time. I know.
Right. And I don't think Sonny has tagged along before, so I don't understand what's going on there. That seemed really silly. Very silly.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but the fact that nobody and Jordan and like Isaiah should have made the crack about the suit when he was at the door.
That would have been funny too.
Yeah. Like he could have said something about like, oh my God, the streets shut down for the parade, or something.
Jordan, your pimp is here.
I know, yeah, that's the other. It's either Easter or a pimp outfit, yeah. But it was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. I have to wonder, like, is that from his personal collection? Did he get it?
Right, or did he lose a bet? Who knows? We need to know the story behind the suit.
I'm wondering, like, if he just was like in a hurry, like he's on his way to do sportscast or something, and
right.
I have to go out. Like, I'm sure the old man's watching basketball right now. I have to go out and see if Rick's on there in that purple suit.
Yeah, that would be funny. It would be real. That would explain a lot, I guess. But that's brave. It's very brave to wear a suit like that.
Yeah. I think if anybody could pull it off, it's Brick.
Yeah.
But it was something. It should have been mentioned in some way.
Somebody, yeah.
Like, I wish they would have run into Maxie. Like, what would Maxie do?
That would have been hilarious. Yeah, she could have gotten away with a crack about it.
Yeah.
Maxie, gosh. Maxie
I want a Maxie storyline. I don't want Maxie to be just everybody's like
wisecracking friend. Yeah. Yeah, she was funny with Lucas when he was talking about his encounter with Marco.
Yeah. I mean, she makes every scene better.
She does. She really does. Yeah.
But I want her to have a good, juicy storyline of some kind.
Me too. Yeah.
Or even just a happy one. It doesn't have to be
it could be funny.
Just something fun. Yeah. Like maybe something with the kids. Like maybe some, trouble with somebody at school, or or I don't know, Georgie's getting like mouthy or something. I don't know, something.
Yeah,
could be quite fun.
It could be. Yeah.
What about the scene with Felicia and Sasha?
I was just thinking about that because I thought, like, when Felicia was pushing her to put Jason's name on the birth certificate or to share the information, about the father, put that in the file or whatever. it just seemed like, I don't know if it was inappropriate or.
She feels like a dog with a freaking bone, Felicia.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, she's just like pushing. Like, I don't know if she would be that way with anybody else, would she?
Yeah. I know. Like, would she if she weren't family? I know. I kind of feel like she's being a little intrusive when Sasha kind of spelled out her boundaries. And
right, I think so. And just like if they need the father's history, if she's assuming it's Jason and everybody's acting like they know it's Jason, then they would get it from
Jason's
him.
right there. He's right there.
Yeah. So I don't know. That all seemed a little bit unfortunate.
I liked her hair though.
Somebody's
doing some fun stuff with her updos.
Yeah, and of course I normally like to see Felicia, so I'd like her sort of in her more like friendly.
And she's another one that they've kind of like relegated her to side roles now too, and I feel like couldn't we have her having some sort of work dilemma or work moral questioning or something,
Right. Like maybe she could find out about Portia's little situation or something,
Yeah, that could be interesting, yeah.
But I was a teeny bit disappointed in Elizabeth, maybe even slightly more than teeny. When she and Lucas were sort of putting their heads together about Portia, it didn't seem like really like
what's their motivation? What's their motivation? Are they just gossiping and that's their motivation? Because that's what it felt like.
That's what it felt like, even though they kept sort of saying it was for the good of the hospital or whatever. Like they needed to be, to sort of look after hospital.
Yeah.
I don't know. That they didn't really ring true because they were enjoying it a little too much, I think.
Yeah. It felt like kitschy, gossipy kind of.
Yeah.
Which they both did well, but I was like, yeah,
right.
Like, yeah. Didn't feel like, oh, I'm friends with Portia and concerned.
No. And if they had been just maybe a little more straight with each other about that, then I would have enjoyed it more. But
there's another moment, like jumping from her, but back to Jordan. So we had a interesting moment with Jordan today, revealing that she possibly has some ambitions to be mayor and has some dissatisfaction with how Laura is running things.
Right. Yeah. That's
interesting.
It was interesting. I don't know. I know I shouldn't have been disappointed in her for bad mouthing Sonny. Just like writing him off.
She went back and forth though. She was
bad
mouthing him, and then she said, "But if oddly enough, I trust him
right.
more."
Right. I was glad she said that. Yeah. And that guy, that Ezra guy, couldn't be more slimy appearing.
I know. Yeah.
And it made me, like when we were talking last time about political storylines being the last thing we want, it's totally true. I don't want to have to follow all this political nonsense.
I know. And the spinning and
the corruption.
Give us a break. Take your shirt off. We want love in the afternoon.
If you're going to do that, then we're going to need like 20 minutes of Dante and Chase in the steam room.
With real power. None of those Velcro shut things, Something a little more titillating. But anyway, I thought I liked that. I thought, okay, we've always said that Jordan was a little bit flat, and so I think we're rounding her out a little bit.
Yeah, slowly.
Stanley.
I agree. She's not flat Stanley.
I wouldn't just pose her somewhere and
take a picture.
Take pictures of
Right.
But I like what they were fleshing her out. I'm still not quite believing the she and Isaiah thing, but I'll work on it.
No, I know we'll try to work on it, but they also need to work on it.
They're both quite beautiful, and
they are. They're very beautiful. Yes,
it's appealing to have a beautiful couple.
Always, sure.
So we'll try to go with that.
Rick dropped a little bit of a bomb, didn't he, about Isaiah's family?
Yeah, that was nasty, wasn't it?
It was. It was nasty. So I don't know what that's all about. We had no inkling, really, did we, of any family?
No, we don't. The only background we have on him is he and Lucky and their
Right,
sort of
right.
globe-trotting work.
Right. Yep. So we'll see. We'll see about that, I guess.
Yeah.
Hmm.
How'd you feel about Lucky and Elizabeth and all their canoodling and
Well,
reminiscing?
I enjoyed that too. I think, although when they showed like Lucky's face, like at the pub, like something about the lighting, it was like the worst, least flattering lighting on him initially, and then when they were sitting down, it was a little better, but it still didn't seem like great lighting to me. But I like the flashback of them in New York.
Cute. They were like 12.
Yeah, so young. Yeah. Amazing.
And I think I was watching off and on. Like I remember the Elizabeth rape storyline.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
That's when she entered the scene, right?
Yeah. Well, was that when she entered the scene? I don't know. I don't know how long she was on the show before that, but yeah, it was early on in her.
I kind of watched off and on, but I think I was watching the early days of she.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's they're giving us what we want there.
They are. Thank you, hospital.
Yeah, I say thank you, hospital, for they didn't even they're just kind of letting it be this sweet little thing, this like reigniting of this relationship.
Yeah, it's nice that it can be that simple,
Yeah, like they just like hey, we actually enjoy each other still, and whatever. I'm sure we're gonna get to all kinds of baggage. That's
Yeah, probably.
Like why they broke up in the first place. Was it because Elizabeth couldn't stop sleeping with Nicholas? Was that why they broke up?
I can't remember.
I remember a phase where she and Nicholas they would just be in a corner doing it every time Lucky walked by. Like I remember, like they kept trying to stop it, and then they'd be like, "Okay, stop," and then suddenly they'd be going at it again.
Yeah. Yeah, that does ring a bell, I guess. Yeah.
I think was that why? And I know Lucky, didn't Lucky have a drug problem or a drinking problem?
I think so. Yeah. There was a lot of, I guess, contributing factors, but he just sort of took off. Yeah.
Yeah. What's he doing for work these days?
Well, he's working at the pub, right?
Oh, I don't know. That's right. Duh.
Yeah, but they seemed closed when they were having dinner.
He worked there, so he can just close it. Yeah.
I was thinking I kept thinking, like, is Elizabeth? Can she just be out without a babysitter? Doesn't somebody need to look after Aiden?
Look after Aiden. You're so funny.
Oh dear!
It's like that. What's that creepy children's book that everybody loves? What is that called? Like, I can't remember. But like the whole thing is the aging process of the child growing up and then having to take care of the parent.
Oh yeah, I Love You Forever. Yeah, it's very creepy. Yeah.
It's so creepy. I hate that.
I know.
Book.
I know.
Don't read that to your children. God.
No, I know. The illustrations sort of add to the creepiness.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, everybody out there is probably like, I love that book.
That's a classic.
I'm going to listen to you too.
Fuck you. That's sacred.
But I think that I didn't grow up with that book. I don't know how old it is.
I didn't either, but it's been around a long time.
I'm familiar with it from babysitting and working in schools and stuff, and I was always like,
and that Friends episode.
You finish that book and you'd be like, Jesus Christ, like drop it from my hands like it just burned them.
I know.
Horrific. What a horrific children's book. There are a lot of horrific little children's books.
There are. Yeah, there are. It's true.
Creepy people writing for kids.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's kind of like Aiden and Elizabeth, like he's
that's true.
She's like getting
carrying her up to bed.
Yeah. with those little knotty muscles in his arms, They should, I wonder if anybody's had to speak to that actor and say, "No, we really need you to stop lifting." Because,
oh God. Wow, what's wrong with us?
So many things. Don't open that can of worms.
No, you're right.
Hopefully not kidney disease. I don't know. Like, is that, do we have to go into it? What age?
I remember there's 2 tests, Gia.
It has to be both a urine and a blood
test.
And
a blood test, yeah.
Are we old enough? You might be.
That wasn't even like smooth. Just like flat out.
Well, there's a divide between us.
Yeah, okay. It's like,
and that my age starts with a 5. Yours
with a 6. Oh, ouch. Oh God.
It didn't seem to matter earlier in life, but now I just gonna lord it over you.
Well, and I won't bring up your crest or anything like that because I know, that's just you just take it because it makes you funnier, not because you need it for anything.
Not because
right?
I need it. No, I'm deep into Operation Lower the
barley.
Again,
right?
Okay. Yeah, the barley. It's been rough.
Oh yeah.
It's delicious, but that's just a lot of fiber. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I believe you. Yeah.
Because what it does is it like muscles the fiber out of your system, like it's like muscly little Aiden arms, and it's like grabbing the cholesterol and ripping it through your body with great speed.
So how are you taking your barley?
Orally. I don't know if it's recommended as an enema or not. But... Is that what you meant?
No. in like soup or? Oh. So you went to the butt. That was what happened in your mind.
Sorry. I have brothers.
I'm not sure you can blame them for this.
I just think, well, you have nothing but brothers too. That's why we're both gross.
And we have
I put it in soup. I do. I put it in soup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it'd be all right plain too. Like if you maybe cooked it in a veggie broth with some veggies.
Yeah. Could you have like a cold salad with barley in it?
You probably could. It could probably be like a quinoa sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
What's that nice cold salad I get sometimes, like in this city?
Tabbouleh, maybe?
Tabbouleh, yeah, like a tabbouleh kind of thing.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I like a cold salad. I gotta get.
I love a cold salad.
I don't know if we're impressing anyone tonight.
We've reached the point of ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have any other characters or plot?
Well, one thing that I thought was, I guess it was sweet, but also it's going to add fuel to Jordan's fire. The conversation between Laura and Sonny about his health.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was kind of like Laura was tearing up and yeah.
And it was
Sonny's very limited on details, just like I got a heart condition, like
no. It's tough being a mob boss, and articulating things.
Yeah.
But if she's like extra careful around him now, Jordan's going to be like, "Oh, come on,"
Right. And maybe that's what they're setting up with that. This sudden tenderness Laura has for.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That could be. You're right. I think you're right. That's probably a good way to proceed with that plot with Jordan. Yeah, and I like that. I approve of a little tension between Laura and Jordan. That'll be because Jordan should be ambitious at this point in her life, shouldn't she?
Yeah, and I think I wonder if she would express her concerns. She did kind of about Ezra, about this guy gunning for Laura.
Yeah, not like, right.
Yeah. But did she say? I don't remember her saying anything specifically about Sonny and their perceived.
No, I don't remember
relationship. That. But anyway, yeah, you're right. Jordan does deserve a career of her own and success.
But yeah, it is going to just be more politics, though, isn't it? If people are trying to take the mayor down. That's gonna
right, yeah.
Ripped from today's headlines.
Yeah, and there's other things we could rip from the headlines, I think, that would be more fun for us.
Like
I don't know
kidney
what.
Disease or...
I was going to say there must be something in the air about kidney disease, but...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, there's been some good developments, I'd say, overall. I think we're in a little bit of a good spot here. We've got a murder brewing with Ava, and sometimes it feels like Drew might get murdered, and then other times, like, maybe not. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, and the other thing we didn't touch on, which wasn't super interesting, but Gio and Emma trying to come up with a...
I find that, I understand that she's a girl that likes causes, and so maybe that's a believable part of her character, but I knew people in college that believed in causes too, but they wouldn't hold on to they'd be off hitting a bong or something before they like this whole like level of traipsing here and there with their little idea seemed very not in character for young people that age.
Of that age, yeah. I was thinking that too, and also that they would. I don't think they would. At least Emma. I don't know about Gio, but I would think she would think the idea of a crypt was so upper crust stupid, and I think she'd be furious that they built on land that wasn't theirs,
Right, yeah, you'd think with her background, or what she's purported to be her background with animal rights and stuff, that, she'd be on the side of the land conservation. Yeah. It just seemed like, I was like, really? They're going to have them carry this forward?
I know. It just seems like that little storyline is stupid also, and Drew wants to bulldoze the whole thing. I don't know. And when he was talking to Ezra about it, it's like, you sound like such a punk, such a whiny punk,
Yeah, because he is.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so same old Drew. Yeah. All right, Gia. Did we hit all the high points there?
I think we hit some high points and a couple of low points, probably.
Maybe, and those were mostly in our personal lives, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly, right.
Mostly, yeah. And I think we're all a little perplexed about your fascination with crocheted frogs.
Well, when you get one for your next birthday or
whatever. I hope you forget when my birthday is.
Wicked cute. Now I know when it is.
I know you do.
It's not for a while though. I could accumulate quite a few crocheted frogs by then. But...
yeah, I guess you could. That's quite a threat there.
Yeah. It's just what you need. But
anyway. True.
We appreciate everybody listening because it's probably pretty difficult at times. So.
I know. Once again, we should have told everyone how much we appreciated them like 40 minutes ago.
If you're still here, what a labor of love.
You deserve a prize of some kind. So maybe if you listened this long, we should have a magic word that people could post in Facebook so we know that they listened to this to the very end.
Idea, but you have to make the post so they can comment on it. I feel like I have to explain Facebook to you sometimes.
Yeah.
Bazinga.
Wait a minute. I thought we had a MySpace page. What's this Facebook?
But that's a fun idea. Okay, what's the word going to be?
You think of a word, Gia. Zeitgeist. Barley. Okay, barley. Okay, yeah. So if any, I'll create the post, and then if anybody throws that word in there, we'll I don't know what we'll do.
And you won't win anything. You'll just have our sympathy. You'll have our undying sympathy.
And if you ever need like a blood transfusion, I don't know that I'm your blood type, but if you're close by, I'll give you a pint of my blood.
Wow. Okay, that's a nice offer.
Is it? AB negative. I don't think that's like the universal recipient, so that's probably the least valued blood if you need it.
Huh, okay. I'm not offering, and I don't know what my blood type is.
I want to know what your blood type is.
Next time, no idea. I should know.
Yeah, you should. If you have it, don't you have tests coming up with your barley diet?
Do. I'll ask the vampire to let me know.
Okay, thank you. All
right. Okay, that was fun. Okay, we'll have some fun.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. You have a good night, Gia.
All right. You too. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Thanks. Right, bye, everybody.